Hello and namaste. Welcome back to my channel. And my channel, I have, little bit changed the name to 𝗏𝗏 Stock Analyst so that it becomes more simpler for people to find and understand. And in today's video, I would just like to discuss tidbits about the market and the globally what is happening. So basically, everything tidbits about whatever the market is the mirror of the global events. So that is why I always tell that look at the market, look at the economics, and you will understand the geopolitics and politics of the global events also. So it's a microcosm of the global events. Market is the microcosm of the what is the world future happening, current and the future. Uh, and if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, you request you to please subscribe. And if you like this video, you please put a like and share it so that YouTube also promotes it. And also a disclaimer that views, opinions expressed here are my personal views and based on certain analysis and of the data and the events which are available in the public. But these are my own analysis and my own projections about this data. Also, I have a separate paid format where for the investment advisory personalized basis on the stocks basis, you can contact me. My contact details are in the description box down below, and then we can connect, and it's a very nominal charge, and I will let you know. So let's start. As you know, what has happened what is happening is that market is going nowhere. So what is the meaning of that? It is the meaning is that there is so much of uncertainty that in the world also that nobody knows what is going to happen or what is the future course or what is the real final direction, what you call final direction, in the sense that, as you know, that markets are also depending on the events or the outcome of what is happening of the Ukraine-Russia conflict, what is on the front of say in the China with the new the CCP's the Communist Party's convention, annual convention every 5 years. So that was also that the market's focus was on that speech of Xi Jinping, Chinese president, and what is the outcome of that. So all these things were there, and what I can see is that there is no outcome, clear-cut outcome. What the CCP he gave the speech, and what it tried to justify that strict COVID norms and lockdowns and whatever the actions China has, as president has taken regarding this COVID. So that is also dashed the hopes of any very soon that market is going to recover from the Chinese point of view, that the demand will uplift, or they will open up the market fully so that the production and that economic activities that what do you call that lift, it gets a lift. But no, it will not, because it clear cut it tried to justify its actions of this COVID, anti-COVID, whatever the China has taken by lockdown, and continue to pursue that lockdown strategy. So that is where there is a lot of what do you call the disappointment and uncertainty regarding the demand for the commodities, particularly metals, because China is the maximum, is the biggest producer and consumer of all this generally basic metals, base metals, and steel. So and also the prevailing situation like this kind of thing, so that the China also consumes a lot of energy also. So that is where this commodity energy is generally remaining in a doldrum or the weaker phase. Apart from that, what we see clearly also that everybody is waiting for the clear-cut direction of this Ukraine-Russia conflict. But in that, it has only intensified. Russia has only intensified its so-called preventive attacks against Ukraine's invasion. So it has intensified the strikes in Ukraine with this drones and missiles, and you can see that heavy strikes. Russia has gone like this way. So and everybody is waiting for the clear-cut direction from also that which way this war or the conflict is going, and what is the stand which Euro and USA particularly NATO is going to take. So it is assumed that today some ninth package of sanctions, there is nothing to sanctions more, but still Euro is thinking about putting some kind of a intraday cap. What we call in India, we have this, trade to trade, the stocks which are put up into trade to trade category, so that there cannot be movement of more than plus minus 5%. Okay, so that way you restrict the up and down of the stock volatility in there. So that is what they are also trying to talk about it, and I think they will finalize some kind of a price cap formula for Russian gas and oil. So it will be on an intraday price cap formula. That is what they are trying to do. Some intraday capping, that within a day it cannot increase beyond a certain level, or it cannot go down beyond it. So that is the kind of a thing. I don't know how long and how far it will be practical, but any case, this is all. So there is so much of uncertainty regarding actions and reactions in the world. Again, USA is also adamant, US Fed is that we will keep on increasing the interest rates. So they are very hawkish about that increasing interest rates, and that is where also the market is worried about where it will stop and how it will stop. And what it is doing is that this continuously interest rate increases, that it is actually increasing the imported inflation in all the countries, because US dollar is the main currency, as you know, of transaction in the world. So with the US dollar becoming more and more strong, so all other currencies are becoming weaker. So that way, that the price of most of this energy or imported things, which are every country imports mostly that energy, oil and gas, and it increases, and that way the inflation keeps on increasing for say country like India or all these other developing other poorer countries, you can say less developed countries. So this is also a strategy. I don't know, I mean, that way USA is it will destroy the full world economy, but it is not going to help itself also. It's not going to help USA economy either. So this strategy where that you keep on increasing interest rate and keep on what it will do, in my opinion, I mean, I think, which I believe is that which most of the countries should do or would be thinking of doing in the future, is that they will try to divert their trade from US dollar to other currencies, so between two local currencies, domestic currencies. So that will also, US dollar will become less traded, and there will be a less impact of that trying to protect your own currency fluctuation against the US dollar's strength, so that every country feels kind of how to protect that currency fluctuation, too much of fluctuation, which is not based on that the domestic economic indicators, but which is more of to do with the US Fed's decision of increasing interest rates. So that is not the right way for any country. Okay, so this is bad for USA in the sense that people and the countries will think they will start thinking of using alternative currencies, or trying to trade between their local currencies or some other means of trade, of financing. So that will also reduce the demand for the US dollar, and this is one of the faster way of de-dollarization, as you know, I will say. So this is also from US's point of view. If you are a US administrator, they should be doing something to stop this. It is in their interest that US dollar doesn't become too much expensive or too much strong, that other countries start thinking of doing their business into the other currencies, and that is what is going to happen ultimately, and that's what it will. But this will accelerate that process of shifting from USD to other currency trade. So, in short, the market is in knots, as we all are in knots in the world. Nobody knows what is, there is no clear cut direction about Ukraine-Russia war, about China's COVID and China's other strategy regarding President Xi Jinping. Everything is in stalemate. And that is where the market doesn't like stalemate, so market is also going nowhere. That's what I think, on the best way in this kind of scenario is to, you can keep on, you can wait, because market is going nowhere, so you are not going to miss the bus. Or you can even alternatively, you can look at the companies which are more domestic oriented, means where their products are sold domestically. It is tuned to the consumption story of the local consumption story, domestic consumption, and also they are not dependent on something from the outside. So it's a pure domestic consumption story, kind of one can look into those kind of sector of the stock. So that is what I just wanted to share my thoughts regarding the tidbits of what is happening in the globally and its impact and why market is not going anywhere. We'll see you once again next week with some other interesting tidbits and ideas and unique concepts. Till that time, ciao from Neeraj from Moscow, and love you all. See you next.